Shalom. First and foremost, as always, letting all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. And good double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me his truth. And sincere shalom to the elect out there who teach his truth. In all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, there's going to be a real fast lesson through the Spirit. I had something on my mind about how, we can really feel this society, and we could see this society known as Babylon the Great starting to break apart. Okay? Starting to break apart, man. It's starting to crumble. Okay, with these mandates, you have a number of police officers, firefighters, nurses, doctors, you name it, so on and so forth, threatening to or walking off the job, man. And this is a nation that has suffered from serious worker shortages. Okay, and you could see that with the supply chain shortage, man. Supply chain fuck ups, man. All them ships being backed up on the West Coast. Okay, all them ships are backed up on the West Coast. We're starting to see the amount of products dwindling on the store shelves, and they're getting more expensive. And you combine that with Salakia, Salakia brothers, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm battling the royal, but you have that combined with the non-stop printing and devaluation of the U.S. dollar. And, I mean, if the prices are high now, you brothers haven't seen anything yet, man. The inflation is here, and it's only going to increase. Okay? Then you had that situation where what was it, the Secretary of Transportation or whatever the hell he is. He was the one that was in charge of that whole port thing. It came out that he's been on paternity leave since August. Okay, paternity leave, and he's a Momo, man. That dude, he's a fruitcake, right? Booty geek or whatever the fuck his name is, butt boy. Okay, there's pictures of him on the internet wearing some vest, breastfeeding his baby, man, through the vest, acting like he's a mother, man. And meanwhile, you got all this shit going on, okay? And people are fucking pissed off, man. People are pissed off, man. You got a lot of people that used to love Joe Biden at the beginning of this year, or even last year. Anybody but Trump, but they're not saying that now. They're not saying that now. Okay? You have a lot of young people with the Let's Go Brandon chants, or fuck Joe Biden, or whatever it is. Okay? They're doing those chants all across the country. And the young people are the ones that usually, for brothers that, maybe overseas or not really politically savvy or whatever it is, majority of young people overwhelmingly support Democrats, man. Okay? Young people overwhelmingly support Democrats, man. And they're saying that about their own president. And they're not saying it because it's the cool thing to do. Okay? There's a lot of shit that's going on, man, that a lot of people do not agree with. Okay? And people are waking up to who the devil is. They're realizing that the devil is in control, man. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing, man. Even though a lot of those people that wake up to who the devil is are going to be destroyed. Okay, it's also a good thing that there's some kind of conscience going around, man. Everybody's figuring out who this fucking devil is, man. I mean, all you got to do is just turn on the TV, okay? Or pay attention to the news, man, and it'll be easy to figure out who the devil is. Now, I'm going to get a few scriptures, and we're going to wrap it up. All right, this isn't going to be long. This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and the 14th verse. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay, because a lot of these people that are doing these FJB chants or Let's Go Brandon chants, whatever the hell they are. Okay? A lot of those people are dwelling in the world, really. Their mindset is in the world. Okay? They're just extras in the story. Okay? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we could see that about to happen in Babylon, man. Because the scriptures say that in Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right, and iniquity is abounding, man. Not just at the top, but at the bottom. Okay? Not just at the top, but at the bottom, man. You know, social media has really has brought a disease with it, man. Okay? It's destroyed a lot of people's spiritual energy. It's pretty much damaged their souls, man, as the saying goes. Okay? And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Just like we read the in fact, I'll pull it back up in 2nd Ezra, man. Right? The love of many shall wax cold. Okay, and it's this kingdom breaking apart, man. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And the main reason why they're going to be doing this is because there's going to be a lack of resources, primarily food and drink. Okay? Because people will, when it comes to feeding themselves, and the elites know this, they've done plenty of case studies, okay? They have plenty of history to look at. That's the thing, man. These elites are students of history, man. The tactics that these elites are using to get you people under control and to gain a foothold of their New World Order and to get all this power that they've been grabbing, okay, primarily the past few years. They're just doing the same. They're just doing the same shit that used to happen in history, man. It's all they're doing is the same shit that they studied in history, man. The same tactics. Okay, there's a lot of these so-called conspiracy theorists out there, which it's pretty much a conspiracy fact, that are saying that they want people to quit their jobs because of the mandates. Okay? They want an excuse to create crisis so bad that they have no choice but to declare martial law. Okay? Because things are about to get so bad that you people are going to want martial law. Okay? You're going to beg for martial law. Your own martial law. Your own so-called enslavement, man. Because they have to make the MOTB, the chip tempting, man. Okay? People aren't just going to go and put a chip in their arm for shits and giggles. Alright? These devils want you to put that chip in your arm out of necessity, man. And they're going to create that necessity. That's why they got everybody on the little supermarket thing, right? Then when the time comes, they could just make it so that the food gets rationed, man. It never makes it to the supermarket. Oh wait, you want to eat? Well, these rations are only for those that have received that MOTB and are part of the system. You know, go look it up. FEMA has is using blockchain technology for inventory management. Go look it up, man. All right, it's all in the cards. It's all in the plans, man. And the only way that you're going to be able to withstand this coming shitstorm is through the protection of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. It's the only way, man. There is no other way. I was seeing this, what's it called? I think the guy is, his channel is, again, Salakia. I'm banning on the royal. The remnants of the royal. Okay? Afraid to say, I was watching his channel earlier called Full Spectrum Survival. Right? And this guy, this Edomite, which, he could have been Jake. It's talking about how you need a year's worth of food. Okay? And that it's pretty much too late to stock up on anything, man. Well, the Lord doesn't deal with that shit, that year's worth of food shit, man. It says, for here we have no continuing city. Okay? And the Lord will determine who eats and who drinks. 2 Ezra 15:15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Okay? For resources, man. People go crazy. Okay? They want people to go crazy. But we also have to keep in mind that they want controllable chaos. Okay? They can't let things get too bad because they have to have control over the chaos. Okay? That's why these elites do things called gradualism, where they make it slightly worse and slightly worse and slightly worse. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Think about it. If they're doing these fuck Joe Biden chants now, okay, and they're flipping out over the shit that's going on now. They're starting to, these people, they're starting to realize that their government is not for them, man, and that it's been compromised. Okay, that the elites are running the show. There's a lot of people that think that now, who didn't think that a couple years ago. All right? They're not going to regard their kings nor princes. Because their kings and princes were the ones that created this whole mess, man. But you have the idiots out there that just go about, okay? They just go about their day and just blindly follow whatever these leaders tell them. Okay, but during that time, man, you're not going to be listening to your mayors and to your governors and to your presidents and to your senators and congressmen and women. And you ain't going to listen to no damn judge. Okay? What's going to get people to listen is martial law right in front of their face. That's the only thing that's going to get them to listen, man. Okay, we're about to see serious civil unrest here in America. And it could be going on right now. It could be going on right now, but we're not seeing it on the news. Think about that. Continuing on. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And we're seeing that now with the mandates, man. Okay? You can and can't go certain places, man. Pretty soon it's going to be, you're not going to be allowed to travel unless you got that shit. Okay? You're not going to be able to go from city to city unless you got that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this supply chain issue was an inside job, which is, okay? It wouldn't surprise me if it was a false flag, okay, designed to get the military to ration out food for those who got the jab, and everybody else could just go fuck off, man. I wouldn't put it past this devil to do that. Okay? And a lot of you idiots will still go along with that plan. You'll think that there's nothing wrong with it. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because, man, Babylon is about to be. Think about all the articles and news clips that we've seen and read over the years. You know, uprisings in other countries and so on and so forth. That's going to come here. All right? And it's going to come at such a grand scale. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Okay? Riots, you know, robbing each other for goods. You know, robbing each other for goods and whatever else they may need. Okay? It's going to be happening, man. And why? And spoil their goods, right? Spoiling their goods. Because they, out of necessity. Okay? I mean, you're going to have some people that are doing it because, you know, order's going to be broken down. They're going to have a chance to. But you're going to have some people that don't want to rob anybody. They're going to have to. Okay? To feed their families or themselves. But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. And this government, okay, they're going to convince you people to kill off each other, and then they're going to come in and swoop and gain control when y'all are weak. Don't put it past this devil, man. This devil's clever. Okay? This devil's clever, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay? And during that time, the love of many is going to wax cold. Okay? The love of many is going to wax cold, man. I mean, a lot of these people are already cold-hearted, man. Society makes them like that. This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay, which is the Americans fighting against each other, man. We could, and the scriptures say that a house divided against itself shall not stand. Not only do you have many different opinions here in America, because primarily a nation's supposed to move as one unit, right? But you also have what's known as the far left and the far right. Okay, and there's very few people in between. Okay? There's a lot of people that believe in two completely different ideologies, man, and political systems. And this is getting to the point where when these shortages hit full swing, man, you know, people are going to start fighting against each other. Okay? There may be skirmishes You know, some places, some cities might have all-out riots. You know, we just have to wait and see how it's gonna be. Okay, but it is going to happen, man. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, which is a civil war, man. People robbing each other for spoiling goods for what? For lack of bread and great tribulation, like we read in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And the spirit of Egypt is failing, man. Okay, you had this. There was a one story. I forgot what state it's in. Probably California, where they had a classroom full of kids, and only like a couple of them stood up for the Pledge of Allegiance, man. You know, people don't so-called love their country like they used to. Okay, a lot of Americans hate their country, man, and they should. Okay, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, which we're seeing with our boy Biden, man. Okay, how much more so Kamala when the time comes when she gets in. All right. And if you think about it, we are in the hands of a cruel lord, man. He's making all these mandates. And he's threatening people and all kinds of shit, man. You know, there was there was some report where certain medical supplies and stuff, you know, states that so-called red states that come against Biden, he's stopping the shortages or the shipments of those medical supplies, man, because he wants people to take the jab instead. Okay, he's doing all kinds of cruel things behind the scenes, man. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave network shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Okay, and that's talking about all that is talking about how this society is breaking down, man. You know, the normal way of life is changing. It's about to go away. Okay? But with that, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Till next time, Shalom. Peace and blessings. See you later.